Thank you, Madam Speaker. First of all, I find it passing strange that the minister is citing his need for, or the excuse for time allocation because there was a lot of time debated C-10 in the previous Parliament. So I think Canadians would be interested to know that this is truly just a repeat of C-10 from the previous Parliament. I have a very specific question for the minister. The government is committed to providing policy directive to the CRTC after Bill C-11 is passed. So the government will decide after this bill is passed how things like discoverability, Canadian content, the impact on digital-first creators, that impact will happen after Bill C-11 is passed. So we're being told, just trust us. So a very simple thing to ease the minds of many opposition MPs. Would the government be willing to table the policy directive to the CRTC prior to the passage of Bill C-11?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And of course, the member will know two things. One, that CRTC will only impose regulations that will make material impact in achieving the goals of the bill, which is specifically to level the playing field for platforms showcasing Canadian content. And we have a circumstance today where broadcasters in more traditional lines of media have an obligation to contribute back to Canadian culture and Canadian content. And it is only reasonable in the digital space that the same expectation be held. If you are Netflix or Disney and you're profiting from the Canadian market, the expectation that you're going to contribute back to the cultural fabric of that market is absolutely essential. And that's not just something that we ran on as a party, but that many of the parties in this House ran on. And that I heard all over Canada that we have an essential obligation to support Canadian content and Canadian culture. And that means, Madam Speaker, that we have world-class talent that not only enriches our lives and helps tell the Canadian story, but frankly enriches the planet. And our obligation to say to those internet giants that they have to contribute to the place that they draw their profits from, I think is something that's preeminently reasonable and levels the playing field with more traditional media forms.